Hey everybody! This video I'd say is probably best for magicians or magic lovers, so if that's you, you're in for a real treat because I go sit down with Shawn Farquhar, two-time world champion of magic, two-time winner of Penn Teller Fool Us. I show up at his house and we crush beers, he plays with the dick paddle. We talk about Ellen, we talk about Letterman, we talk about Fool Us, we talk about just magic in general. It's a really fun time. I've known Shawn for a long time and we've never really done anything like this, so it was really good to sit down and talk with him, and yeah, a lot of these stories I never heard, so hope you enjoy. One trophy?
Yeah, Wes.
What? Why only one? They didn't give you the one the first time?
Yeah, Wes.
There wasn't a trophy the first time.
Wow.
No trophies until season number 2.
Okay.
You'll take like your GoPros and all that and play the whole bunch with it. But
Oh man, that's cool. Just for my camera, and you could have pretty video.
then it'd be pretty and wouldn't be bouncing around.
But
That's what they tell me.
It's you'd like it too much. We don't want that.
You don't want that fluid video stuff.
Yeah, these things are slick.
If I only understood how it worked. Apparently,
right.
I'm supposed to put this in like this, but
makes
not all.
sense.
Okay, so push once, and then the second time in, and then it should.
What the fuck? That's some space age shit.
Is that cool?
Oh, I've never seen one of these.
It's really weird. It
Easy.
should rock absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
So I've got the calibration
You got
on.
the calibration
and
off,
it's
but-
something about where you put this. It was a Kickstarter program. Yesterday I saw one on Kickstarter where it's a little robot that you just put on top of the thing and it runs all over the table and cuts it. So you can just put the wood down on the floor, you put the little robot on, and then it cuts it. And I was like, yes, because
Whoa.
you can do it anywhere. It was
Yeah.
about this big. You can go to a person's house and just put it down on their floor and have your name carved right into the floor when you leave.
That's what I want.
Yeah. Come on, think about it as a 3 of clubs, and it's in your hardwood floor for a lifetime.
Yeah, you gotta be pretty sure about that that force. Imagine just like miss the card. And you're like,
card.
well,
Would you like to pick another card?
would you like to go to a different room?
Oh, I love it.
Oh shit! Did you see? You know the turbo paddle or whatever it is?
Turbo power?
Turbo paddle, the magic trick.
Oh, yeah, I do know one image of it. I
you
saw
see-
Vitalis.
It's
great.
It's so good. I've been doing this everywhere.
His
It's my new
reaction-
favorite thing. He was so like,
It's actually good. But you know,
you're sick.
when you did, you just kind of did that move. So you're here, and you did this, and you just went like that. I think it'd be way funnier if you did it like this, and you said, "Check this out." Okay, that didn't work. I'll do it again. Check it out.
Oh yeah, you gotta rub it for sure.
And maybe from this end here to go like that and go and say, "Here, I'll do it like that." No, that didn't work. It should have worked. Let me try that again.
Yeah, that's.
Oh,
the
there
better
we go.
angle.
Right?
I knew I'd bring this out and you give me a little bit of advice on it. But it's my new favorite thing. I put it in permanent Sharpie now. I'm like, this is my new. This is how this.
Permanent Sharpie. So you know you can still take it off, right?
Yeah, I know.
Dry erase.
Yeah, you just put it over top and it
yeah,
still goes.
and then it just goes away.
I know. I found that out the hard way. Let's change topic a little bit here, but hey,
I'm good with that.
No, it's so funny that you're one of the only guys that that has you fooled Penn Teller twice, right? Who else has?
Shin Lim.
Shin Lim.
From Port Coquitlam.
Is that where he's from too?
Didn't know that?
No.
Yeah.
Where does he live now?
Moved to Boston to pursue his music career.
Yeah.
And then he got carpal tunnel, so he couldn't do that.
Oh, I had no idea.
And for the last year and something, he's been living in Macau, but that's just closed, so
Yeah.
he's heading back home, I guess.
I had no idea. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow,
You know that?
they're all from around here. I like this.
It's all the power of our little area.
So good.
It's pretty funny.
Man, it's so funny. But it's so out of all the people, like I think Shin Lim is getting that too. But out of all the people I know, you're the only guy that comes up in magician conversations and lay people conversations, like with the same amount of like reverence about your stuff.
Oh, that's a word.
I know. I don't know. I looked up before I came here. Is that a word?
Wow.
Is it right?
It's like polysyllabic. That's
Yeah,
it.
did it.
Wow. You did. Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
no,
you use your phone to Google?
I did on the way here. I'm like, I need other words to say dope.
Dope is good. I like dope. That was dope. It was dope the way you use reference.
Right? Yeah,
awesome.
exactly. I mean, you've been on a lot of shows and stuff, but a lot of people have been on a lot of shows, but for some reason you stick with people. My friends that don't know anything about magic, I always
It's
bring
the
up
stupid
"Have you seen
name.
this guy? Oh, it could
It's
be.
like Shrek. I'm Lord
Yeah.
Farquhar, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You and yeah.
I'm
maybe.
kind of freaked. I never realized, when they filmed Fool Us, they contacted me. It was, would you go to England, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And if it had been America, I would have said no. I really would have, because I didn't think I could fool them, and I
Sure.
wanted to run. And I went,
Sure.
well, if it screws up and it's in England, who's going to see it,
Yeah.
right? Maybe it pops up in a YouTube clip or something, but that's about it. And so there wasn't really, I did it, I fooled them, but nobody in North America even heard about it, and it was done. And I went, okay, that was fun. And it was a couple of years before it got picked up in America.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So it was like, whatever. So the only reason I went back, because I had such a great time with the first one, I thought, this will be fun, because I had a blast filming.
Yeah.
You had a blast filming.
Oh man, it's the best
treat
show you can.
They treat you so. Ellen DeGeneres just slightly above. Because they you've got your own personal green room, and they give you the free underwear, and they gave me a little camera thing to keep afterwards.
Oh, that's amazing.
And who was the guy who plays Sheldon was in the room next.
Oh
to
really?
me.
Oh right on.
And then it was the guy from The Illusionist. What the hell is his name? I've got old timers. In the movie The Illusionist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are screaming at their
Yeah, they're all
TVs right
screaming
now.
his name.
Like,
What the hell is his name? Yeah, it's really famous. And it's funny because on the interview, I'm sitting in the dressing room watching his interview, and he goes, "Yeah, I just went on vacation. Where'd you go?" I said, "Oh, me and my friend David Blaine went, diving." And I'm like, "Seriously? He's friends with David Blaine?" It's like, "Oh yeah, because we did the technical advising for the film, and then we go." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's the guy from The Illusionist. That's really cool." And so there was all this talk about how David Blaine did all this great magic. I'm like, I gotta go out after he talks about how great this stuff is by memory, so it's way bigger than like.
Oh
yeah,
fuck, that's
weird feeling.
crazy, man. I've always wanted to do a proper talk show thing, and it sucks because they seem to matter less and less now. You know what I mean? Like, you're better off getting on someone's YouTube channel or a podcast.
Being seen by way more than you get seen on most of the talk
it's still
shows.
something I want to do, right? Like,
Me
at least
too.
you could be like, oh, yeah.
Ellen is a talk show.
You still like to do, like, Tonight
late
shows.
night. Oh yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God, Jimmy Kimmel. I would die to be on
Jimmy
that.
Kimmel.
Seriously, I had the opportunity to do the Letterman show and I turned it down.
Really?
Yeah, and it was the smartest move ever too. I was living in Coquitlam, and I was at the Executive Inn discussing about maybe doing a show in their ballroom for one night, and the phone rang, and I'm like, "That's a New York number. I don't know who it is." I pick it up, and it says, "Hi, this is Mike, executive producer of the David Letterman Show. Can I speak to Shawn Farquhar?" And I'm like, "Speaking." He says, "Well, this is your direct line?" I'm like, "Yeah." He says, "Can I speak to an agent or somebody?" Who are you again? He says, "I'm the executive producer of the David Letterman Show." I said, "Sure you are." "Really?"
Yeah.
Like that?
Well,
I said,
I would too.
I look at the people in the room and said, "I gotta go. This guy says he's with David Letterman. Gotta talk." So I walk out and he says, "We want you for Monday." And it's Friday. And I'm like, "What?" He says, "We're doing a week of magic. Come on." And I'm like, "Sure. Can I call you back in 10 minutes? I gotta check my calendar. And I only have 5 minutes away. And I'll go home." That's when I used to have the paper calendar.
Wow.
So I drive home and I opened it up, and I promised Hannah, she was in first grade, that her whole class could go to Britannia Beach to the mine. And I rented the vehicle, so it was under my insurance. So I had to cancel the entire thing to go. And I said, so I phoned him back. I said, "Unfortunately, I have a corporate gig that day."
Yeah.
Corporate gig. And I said, which really can't be changed. Can I do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? I mean, it's a whole week of them. And he goes, "No, we just need you for the Monday. Why don't you give me the corporate gigs contact? I'll contact them. You don't know how much weight David Letterman's name carries. They'll let you out of it." And I was like, "Yeah. Okay, I'm going to come up straight with you here."
Oh my God.
And then I start to explain.
No, that man, you made the right call. That's crazy.
And he starts laughing. He's fucking laughing at me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What?" And he says, "So you're saying no to the Letterman Show so you can take your kid on a school field trip?" I'm like,
Yep.
"Yeah. You got a kid?" And he goes, "No." He says, "But you know what? My boss does. Let me give him a little talk and I'll call back." "Oh, you think there's a chance?" "Not in the world, but he could use a good laugh." And just hung up on me. And I was like, "You son of a bitch." So I sat there for like an hour, and the phone rings. I picked up and said, "Hello?" And he goes, "Yeah. So I gave you some time to think about it. We all think it's really funny. Do you want to do Monday or not?" And I was like, "Yeah, no." And he goes, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "You're turning down Letterman." I said, "I'm done. Thanks." And he said, "Have a good set." "Yeah, you're good." And I hung up the phone. And before he hung up, he said, "Well, we have guests on all the time. We've had like Penn Teller. Maybe we'll have you back." And I'm like, "Really?" He goes, "No." And then just hung up. It's like just driving the knife in repeatedly. And,
man.
Hannah to this day will tell you that was her most memorable field trip ever.
She better say that.
I cranked the tunes, and we were playing Black Eyed Peas, and the kids, were just screaming out the tunes.
Great.
And I get the story of saying I turned down Letterman.
Yeah, that's almost
Right?
it's a more unique story.
Yeah. How many people have done that in their life?
Exactly.
I'm sure a few people have.
Probably a few, but None that I know.
Yeah. You're having beer with.
Yeah, exactly.
That narrows it right down.
Yeah, it's fuck, that's cool. I like that shit.
Do you?
You get that made, or you find that somewhere?
I found it and I bought 30 of them.
Need new haters. The old ones are starting to like me.
Yeah, I bought 30 of them. I keep giving them out to people because I just think it's
hilarious.
It is.
You just wait for the phone to ring nowadays, or are you out there trying to make are you like, oh, I'm gonna make this a viral video, try and do that kind of thing ever, or are you just doing whatever?
I've never tried to make a viral video. I have the YouTube channel and I want people to look at it.
Right.
I've had some that have gone like 4, 6, 11 million.
Yeah.
But it's never been, and the ones that hit are not the ones I thought would hit.
I know, every time you try and make one, it never goes.
Yeah.
You're like, this is the best, and then it just dies.
It just sits there, and it's like, I have one that's got like 600 that should have like, 6 million, and one that has 1 million that I'm like, it's okay. It's like, I don't get it. I've studied it to understand it, and I've realized that there's nothing to study or understand.
Yeah, no one knows. Anyone says they know, they don't know what the hell they're talking about.
If there's ever a video that says how to make a viral video, they're lying to you.
Yeah, they're just... The camera I was shooting on is just like a camera about my wife because she wanted to shoot some photography stuff.
I haven't seen you since you got married.
Yeah, I know.
That was epic. Looked great.
Yeah, that was.
The honeymoon looked like a blast.
Oh yeah, it was good. That was a quick honeymoon. We didn't have much time off, so actually we're going away for like 3 weeks in June to make a little longer run. So
I've been married 27 years. 27 years. We still haven't gone on our honeymoon.
One day. Yeah. One day. You guys probably been to 85 countries together.
Well, we have pretty much been around the world together. But we never. We took the night of the wedding, went to a nice hotel, and then the next day went back to work.
Holy crap! I just remembered you have the fucking hilarious wedding stories. Didn't you shoot a helium tank through a wall and land on your car or something?
Yes.
Oh my god! I just remembered that.
Yeah.
I told that story.
I couldn't afford balloons or decorators or anything, so I did everything myself. And my buddies Trevor, Richard, and I decided we were like stuck on the helium tank and having a great time and laughing. And I dropped it, and it broke the valve off, and it just shot like a rocket right through the wall, right through. And it was in between like beams, so it went through the like drywall and straight out through the siding, which was shitty old stucco, and straight down on top of my old Chevette. Crushed the Chevette roof on the top of it. And I remember us all standing there, beers in hand, looking out, going, shit.
No way.
And I came back in, and I looked around, and I grabbed the biggest plant, and I just put it in front of the hole, and left it there.
Oh, my God.
So the wedding was the next day. Didn't think about it, because, too busy about the wedding. Stayed in a hotel, nothing. Came back to the wonderful apartment, and Laurie's like, it's cold. And we were married in April, and hey, beautiful. Come in and say hi. So we got married in April Fool's Day. And so, it was a little chilly. She said, why is it so cold in the apartment? Why is there a hole in our wall?
Oh, my God.
Hey, beautiful.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you. We're just filming whatever for my YouTube channel. So.
Say hello.
Hello. I'm a child.
Yeah.
She doesn't look like a child anymore. She's like a fully grown child.
That's a thing. Yeah, I'm an adult.
I can't remember the question I was going to ask you. This is great. I love it. It's good. So
because we went off on the wedding trip.
I love it. It's so good. Oh,
I have a couple stories.
Yeah, you have more than a couple stories. That was one of my most enjoyable drives I ever did with you when we drove that 4 hours and on.
I got billed a huge amount of money for that $400 fine for going on the toll road that we didn't go on.
What?
Yep, I fought it for like 3 months and Visa wouldn't back it off. They said I drove on a toll road. We didn't drive on a toll road.
No.
At any point. I had my GPS, and it was a little rip-off company, and it was like $25 in tolls and $375 in fees and stuff that they put together.
That falls under the category better you than me. So.
Yeah, it's good. But it was a fun trip.
Yeah, that was good. That was awesome.
Yak from start to end.
You've done what's the biggest show you've ever performed for? How many people?
60,000 people.
60,000.
60,000 people.
Okay, wow.
60,000.
I've done 6,000, and I thought that was killing it.
I did that for 17 days in a row.
Oh, at the P&E. Oh my God.
That was 4 to 8.
There's 10 or 12 guys that filmed with you that day or whatever, and on my day I was the only one to fool them.
Yeah.
So we were all super stoked going into it the night before everyone was there. We were all hanging out for the night So I am just flying high now.
Sure.
And everyone else they're all happy and stuff, and I'm just let's party. And they're like, yeah, cool, man. And I'm like, no, it's the best day ever.
But you can't. Did you tell everybody that you fooled them? Because
right after we all shot, it's
you got to see each other shoot.
You didn't get to see each other shoot, but right after I was the last one to go, and it's just
they were
impossibly obvious, right?
Yeah. Hey, that was a great film.
I was like, you guys have fun. You guys have a lot of fun, dude. And I'm just like, you can't not be super jacked up. So they're like, okay, Wes, we get it. And I'm like, let's go drinking.
I was on a hot day because I had two guys, the two just before me, both.
Really?
Oh yeah. So I didn't know, but I'm sitting up in my dressing room, up in the dressing room with everybody. And they're going down one at a time. And I'm the last guy to go out.
Yeah.
So they're all going out, and I'm like, and then I came down and I saw the Fool's Trophy sitting on the table.
Oh, so
and I was like, oh, okay. And the stage manager said, only one more to go. And you can hear him in the conversation. I'm kind of listening. Who is it? Oh, the guy with the book. He goes, so do we hang it? The guy goes, no. Okay. And I'm like, really? You're not even going to hang it? It's like, I was like, oh, that really sucks there. That's sure I'm not going to fool him. So I'm standing in my little spot, and when the music goes, when Allison knows, I just go, oh, okay, I'm ready. And the guy goes, oh, 1 second, what's that? What's your last name?
Right.
Farquhar. He says, Farquhar. What? Holding. Hang the trophy. And I was like, yeah.
Amazing.
It's like, it was like and it just gave you that boost of little confidence. So that moment when he goes, hang the trophy, I was like, yeah, I have a chance. Because I really was at the point, I'd lost all, it was like, oh, they really, at that point that they had no confidence whatsoever.
Yeah,
and it was
just here to...
I'm just filling a spot. And everybody else who'd ever fooled them and came back had never fooled them. So
right.
I was like, I really didn't go there to fool them. I thought, 10%, 20%. I put enough little foolers in there to see if I could.
Sure.
And then I put in this little bit where I flip the book in a special way.
Yeah.
Thinking this will get them. And I do the little special way. And as I do it, I saw them both do that. And I then just had the conversation with Allison. I look over twice and I realized that they'd taken the bait. And I didn't want that.
No, that's cheap.
And I was like, that's not how I... So I gave her the book.
Yeah,
I said, would you like to examine it? And she goes, oh, no, it's already blank.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
Please look at it.
Please look at it. It's for them. And they were like two lemmings. Their heads just went up like that. And then, shit. And you could just see them going, okay, that wasn't it. And I was like, okay, give them, gave them a break. Because I just felt I didn't want to win on a cheat like that.
The same thing with me. As soon as I was done and we're talking, I went and grabbed my sword and held it so they could see it.
Yeah.
I didn't want them guessing at the thing that it could. I mean, let's not worry about that part. Let's worry about the other part.
It's not that part.
Yeah, let's just get that out of the way. I'll hold it here so you can have a good long look at it. But let's do this.
That's being fair.
I think it is. Yeah, and it's like you want them to like you first and then fool them second. So Penn guessed twice at what I was doing.
Yeah, he took 2 bites of the apple.
And I was like, I'm okay with that. And I tried. Once he mentioned a peak, I was like, yeah, man, that's exactly And then he cut me off because I was about to be like, yeah, cool, you win.
Yeah,
and
stop
he
telling
cut
me
me off. And then he's like, and then this, and I'm like, oh no,
wait a second.
That's not. But if he had just stopped talking, I would have been like, yep, thanks for having me.
We're done.
And literally, he interrupted me to just guess too many weird things. I was like, this is the best night ever. That's crazy, man. I love it.
I think I would watch it more if there were less foolers.
Yeah.
Because I love to see it being debunked. I think that if you go out there and you do an effect that doesn't belong to you, I don't care what your presentation is.
Man.
If it's just something you bought, it's not your fool. It's
I always get weird about. I always wonder that. You see stuff on America's Got Talent and stuff too, and you're like, what the hell? They're just parading out whatever. What the fuck?
I watched the guy go out there and do another person's routine and his stock lines and everything, and go through. And I was like, I wrote the person saying, there's a guy on America's Got Talent doing your routine. He says, yeah, and they won't stop him. I already know it was filmed 3 weeks ago. I'm like,
it's so freaky.
On the other hand, I get wonderful emails. I'm going to care how I say it, but other Got Talents in the world.
Oh, yeah.
And they're doing my material, but they wrote me in advance and asked me, is it okay? And I've sent them custom versions of it that nobody else has.
You're a beauty.
And they're going through, and, it's like, sweet. One guy wrote and said, I killed, and I'm like, I love this feeling. It's like, because it's like watching your baby grow up in somebody else's hands, and they're doing good with it. I like that.
Yeah.
I won't say yes after you've already done it.
No, this easier to ask for forgiveness thing does not apply.
It's not real.
I will be not happy.
Yeah.
But
very annoyed.
I'm not going to waste any more time. This has been good.
Waste?
Yeah, well,
wasn't wasting.
I know.
Awesome.
I'm only going to cut this into 10 minutes anyways. Thanks for the beer.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Should have been closer to the fridge. We could have more.
I know. I was like, right in the middle, I'm like, fuck, jeez.
You could have a couple
They're
more.
so small.
They're tiny.
I know. I might shut this off and have another one.
Okay.
I think that's
you can do
enough.
that.
That's enough filming for now. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it.
Hey,
It's
my pleasure,
great.
brother.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Awesome. Gotta get some B-roll here.
Oh, this is the shit I have up.
Look at that beauty.
Yeah, just point out that it's in the middle of nowhere because I don't put any of this shit up.
I almost bailed. That would have been even
That would
better.
have been funnier as you went down.
Oh my
for the
gosh.
kill.
Oh. All right. Well, thanks a lot, guys.
My pleasure, my friend.
Thanks, Simon. Good to
Always
meet
grand to see
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Take care, and I will.
Well, keep busy.
Yeah, you too.